condemnation of South Africa was almost immediate, and so was the white government's reaction. Within days of the shooting, the state of emergency was expanded. Journalists were prohibited from filming any incident of police violence under the threat of...
So this is what we were seeing on the news in the United States about South Africa. We didn't know what we were getting into. I'm a musician, I don't know. But when we got there, it was a much, much different story. I had a good upbringing, except for my childhood. I was very close with my siblings. I spent my adolescence in Lake County. My best friend was Jim Lucero, and we both learned to play the guitar. We spent a lot of time doing that. I graduated from high school and moved to Calistoga in the Napa Valley the next day. I had my guitars. The living room in my apartment was not so much a living room as it was a place for musical equipment and a rudimentary recording studio. Plus, it was a place to have a really great time.
I started playing drums in 1976. I was 15 years old and started out taking jazz lessons. My best friend, Ed Kane, started playing bass guitar about the same time, and we wanted to put a band together because we wanted to meet girls. Ed quickly outgrew our first band. He was a savant. He was a natural-born musician, and he moved on and started playing with older guys within the first about 6 months. In 1977, I started playing with my good friend Janine Cooper, and we had a band called Keep Right because we had a road sign that said Keep Right. We started playing at clubs, at skate rinks, at a lot of school gigs, and did that for a couple of years. 1980, I moved to Lake Tahoe. Actually turned professional, started doing gigs about 6 nights a week. I had a band called Starbird, was one of the bands, and we played the casinos in Lake Tahoe, Reno, and Las Vegas. 1983, I moved into the Calistoga area and continued doing gigs in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, and also up in Napa Valley. I met Ken in 1987 through a guy we used to call Comatose, and we jammed around a little bit, and then we started a band called Johnny Backache.
At the time, I was playing in a band called Foolish Children. Adam Sullivan, Pilvi Lease on guitars, Steve May on drums, and I was playing the bass. Ken Terry was schoolmates with Adam and Pilvi, and he played a wonderful guitar, and it was just a blast to hang out with. We jammed together a few times, and eventually the three of us hooked up. In early July of 1993, I wrote a song in my head while I was at work. It was called Let It Go. I played it for my mother and my stepdad, and my stepdad Eddie said, "You must go over to Anna's Cantina and play that at the open mic tonight." At the open mic, there was an unusual gentleman, and I watched him play, and I really liked his voice. But he had a funny accent. I asked him where he was from, and he said South Africa. And I said, "Really, what country?" We went behind the cantina and had a chat about music and stuff. He whipped out the guitar and we started harmonizing a bit, and we realized we probably should try forming a duet and going and playing some open mics together. going. Step in a little bit, Ken.